Public Enemy. It's about time. It's about time. What has it been? A year and a half since I've had this channel going, this exploration, this journey through hip hop, and I'm just now getting to Public Enemy. Sorry. I know it's a little backwards, but sometimes people do not take the most direct route on their journey, you know? 1988. I just got done listening on my own to Low End Theory, kind of getting back into that sound. I was listening to some Wu-Tang yesterday. 1988. I was pulling up all the tracks, as I do, getting them ready, all the tabs ready for the different songs, and I'm reading some of these song titles, and I started thinking to myself, you know, I have to believe that Rage Against the Machine were probably fans of Public Enemy, and cause some of these, track 7, Louder Than a Bomb. Rage Against the Machine has a song, Calm Like a Bomb. So I mention that because I love Rage Against the Machine. I know their music very well. I know their lyrics very well. I know a lot of the songs, I just have them in my head. So I might be able to find little references, little nods from this album where, you know, Rage Against the Machine is pinging on Public Enemy, saying, hey, you know, giving a little nod to these guys. Much like Low End Theory did when it opens up, you know, back before I had Status and a pager, you know, a little nod to Fuck the Police by NWA. So I'll be looking for that. I don't know a lot about the group. Flavor Flav, Chuck D. I guess Chuck D is the more serious side and Flavor Flav is the more, you know, comedy relief side. It'll be cool to hear him in the album just because really all I've ever known him for is that stupid Flavor of Love show that was on for. I never watched it, but, you know. I love this title. You know, it takes a nation of millions to hold us back. They're in a prison cell. Pretty straightforward there. But I feel like that can go both ways, too. And I wonder if there's double meaning. There's lots of double meaning in the rap, but if the double meaning also is, you know, yes, it takes a nation of millions of racists to incarcerate us and oppress us and keep us down, all this other stuff, right? But it also takes a nation of millions of people not standing up, not being active, not speaking against these things and allowing it to happen. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm hoping, you know, I do like modern production. Hip-hop has come so far in terms of beat production. So I'm hoping that I don't get too hung up on loops and things like that. I was fine listening to Low End Theory. Low End Theory did help me in adjusting to, you know, sometimes less is more. Just because it's, you know, basic doesn't mean it's bad. You know, it's again, and I've said this in other videos, it's all about serving the song. And, you know, hip-hop in the 80s, I don't know much about. I think this is actually my first listen to an album from the 80s. Yeah, I think so. So let's drop in. Let's not make any assumptions or excuses. Let's just drop in. Let's get into track 1, which is called Countdown to Armageddon, produced by the Bomb Squad. Here we go. First time listening to Public Enemy. There might be songs in here I've heard before. To my knowledge, I haven't heard. I've never heard Public Enemy, to my knowledge. We'll see how it goes. All right, track 1. Countdown to Armageddon. Oh, what are those horns called?
Hammersmithonian, are you ready for the Def Jam tour? Let me hear you make some noise! London, England! Consider yourselves warned!
I'm gonna let it roll right into track 2, which is Bring the Noise. Let it roll right in. Bring the noise. Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
Too strong. Too black. Too strong.
Yo, Chuck, these dirty drippers are still front on us. Show them that we can do this, cause we always do this. Yeah, boy.
Bass. How low
Oh,
can
wow.
you go?
Wow.
What a brother, no, once again, back is the incredible.
Holy
I'm
shit.
animal, the uncannibal thief. Public enemy #1. 5 said freeze. And I got numb. Black is back, all in. We're gonna win. Check it out.
Nice. I like that.
Here we go again. Bring the noise.
Holy shit.
Hey, yo, Chuck, this ain't we too black, man.
The first thing that's coming to mind, I'm liking the lyrical flow already. It's pretty fucking good. The first thing that's coming to mind though is, you know, it's 1988. I'm trying to think back this, but I remember there's been times when I go back and listen to rock albums from whenever, like Marilyn Manson or whatever, and I remember the social outrage that existed around this music back then, and now it sounds so tame, you know? Let me back it up just a tiny bit. We'll keep going. But it is funny to go back and think, oh, people were upset by this. And then you just go, huh. Like, totally different experience now.
Listen for lessons I'm saying inside music that the critics are blasting me for. They'll never care for the brothers and sisters. Why? Cause the country has us up for the war. We got to get them straight. Come on now. They're going to have to wait till we get it right. Radio stations are questioning their blackness. They call us a black, but we'll see if they'll play this.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
Bring the noise.
Holy shit, man. Another thing I'm thinking of too is, yeah, 88. Radio. There's no streaming services. There's no internet. Radio is the social, I guess, gatekeeper, I suppose. I mean, people can pass around tapes and shit like that. Cassette tapes were, this is probably before fucking, CD. I think CDs are 88. CDs probably, if they were available, they're insanely expensive. I remember Laserdisc back then. They're fucking insanely expensive. But, so yeah, radio. Radio is like the gatekeeper to the music. So this whole bit right here, radio stations, I question their blackness. They call themselves black, but we'll see if they'll play this. Ooh. So then I imagine, you know, people, you know, they get the new album. They got the tape, right? Not even the CD. They got the tape. Let's put the tape in, And then they're listening to it in their car or whatever. And then, oh, shit, he just said that. Like, he's just calling them all out. He's calling all of them out. Which then, this is already great. Then you go into, okay, well, that radio station played it. They played it. How come they ain't playing it? How come they ain't playing the new Public Enemy joint? What's up with that? Like, you know, I'm just trying to travel back a little bit. This is cool. This is already really cool. Let's keep going. This is fun.
What you can do, boy?
Get from in front of me. The crowd runs to me. My DJ has warned me. Sex, I call him Norm, you know. He can cut a record from side to side. So what the ride, the glide, what should be safer than a suicide? Soul control beat is the father of your rock and roll. Music for watching, for witching. You call a band, man, making the music abusive, but you can't do it, you know. You call them demos.
But we ride limos too.
What you gonna do? Rap is not afraid of you. Beat is for Sonny Bono.
Beat is for Yoko Ono.
Run the MC first, and the DJ could be a band standing its own feet. Get you out your seat. Beat is for Eric B and Allel as well. Hell,
Watch is for Anthrax.
still it can rock bells. Ever forever, universal it will sell. Time for me to exit. Terminator exit.
This is fucking cool, man. Some shout outs.
We got to handle this. We ain't going out like that. Yo, man, straight up on a Columbo tip.
Columbo. Oh my god.
We always do this. You know what I'm saying? There's just one thing that puzzles me, my brother. What's wrong with all these people around here?
Wow. The references. Columbo. I used to watch Columbo when I was a kid. And then, yeah, that was it. Columbo. Yeah, I remember. I remember this show, yeah. This is some cool shout outs here. Let's see. We got the piece for Sonny Bono, who's married to Cher. Yoko Ono, which is the wife of Lennon. Run DMC's first said a DJ could be a band. Stand on its own 2 feet. Get you out of your seat. That's a great line right there. Eric B. That's Paid in Full, right? I haven't listened to that one yet. That's probably, I need to have that one move that one up the list a bit. LL is probably LL Cool J. Wax is for Anthrax. Still can rock bells. That's kind of cool. They're throwing a nod at Anthrax there. Chuck T's yelling out, "Come on, come on." That's something Zach De La Rocha does a lot. And Rage. not necessarily a nod, but I just noticed that, especially the first one he said in this track. Come on. I was like, oh shit. That sounded just like how Zach says it. And when I'm going to say it like that, it's going to sound like, oh, I understand Rage came after. I understand that. It's just, I'm not saying it the best way, you know? I didn't want to pause and talk about the lyrics because I wanted to just kind of soak into the sound. I was really enjoying the sound, but there's some great fucking lines in here. So this Terminator X, he keeps saying Terminator X. Now I know Terminator movie came out recent, right in this time period, the first one. Let's see what this annotation. Chuck is dangerous to the powers that be because of his rhymes, not because he's armed. He's making reference to the song "My Uzi Weighs a Ton." Not a physical. They're still treated by police. Yeah. Public Enemy's DJ at the time was Norman Terminator X Rogers. Okay, so that's the DJ, Terminator X. Okay. All right. This is a good line, though. 5-0 said freeze and I got numb. That was a great play on words right there. I mean, that's brilliant. It's so simple, very straightforward, easy to understand, but brilliant. Brilliant. And then the wax, of course, is obviously the record. Now they got me in a cell because my records, they sell. Great line. Great line. Farrakhan's a prophet. I don't know who Farrakhan is. I know of him, but I don't know. Oh, that's right. Okay. Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the head of the Nation of Islam. Okay. Make a miracle, D. Pump the lyrical. Verse 2, we kind of talked about a little bit. There's something in verse 3 here. My DJ is warm. He's X. I call him Norm. He can cut a record from side to side. I like that. So what? The ride, the glide should be much safer than a suicide. Soul control. Beat is the father of your rock and roll. For what you call it, man. Making music. Call demos. What you gonna do? Rap is not afraid of you. There was this part though about how they weren't being accepted. They were side by side with the rock and roll, but they weren't being accepted. Stand by man. The beat's the same with the boast toast. Rock with some pizzazz. It will last. Why, you ask? Roll with the rock stars. Still never get accepted as. We got to plead the fifth. You can investigate. Don't need to wait. Get the record straight. We gotta check it out. Down on the Avenue magazine or two is dissing me and dissing you. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right. Fucking Bring the Noise is legit. I like that one. Let's move on to track 3, which is called Don't Believe the Hype, produced by Chuck D and Hank Shockley. Track 3. Don't Believe the Hype. This is gonna be a fun ride, I think. I get to hear the fucking record scratching. I've always loved that, man.
Caught you looking for the same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this I bring. The roll below the level, cause I'm living low next to the base. Come on! Turn up the radio. They're claiming I'm a criminal. But now I wonder how. Some people never know. The enemy could be the Frank Guardian. I'm not a hooligan. I rock the party and clear all the madness. I'm not a racist. Preach to teach the all. Cause some they never had this. Number one, never wanna run about the gun. I wasn't licensed to have one. The minute they see me, fear me. I'm the epitome, a public enemy. Used, abused without clues. I refuse to blow a fuse. They even had it on the news. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't
funky. This is funky.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing right now so far, Chuck D's doing all the rhyming. And Flavor Flav, he's kind of got like, call them improvs or Mad Libs, whatever the hell you call it. But does Flavor Flav rap? I mean, we're only 2 tracks in, but I'm always wondering, like, where is he? Maybe just does the hooks and the bridges or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's a question that exists in my mind. We'll see how that gets answered here. No. Oh, here we go. False media. We don't need it, do we? This is 1988, people. This is almost, well, I won't say 40. This is 35 years ago. 35 years ago. They're complaining about false media. Nothing has fucking changed. If you do not believe that the media, corporate media, is an institution part of the power structure used to influence our country, our society. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck to tell you. I don't think there's anything to tell you because you're not going to listen. All of it. All of it. I don't care what fucking side of the political aisle you exist on. It's all bullshit. And the main problem is the lie of omission. It's what they specifically do not tell you. I just saw a thing on Reddit this morning talking about this CHIPS Act thing the government passed to help with the fucking the companies that make computer chips and shit. Now they're gonna lay off a bunch of people. So the government just gave them a bunch of money to help them out with their chip shortage, and now they're gonna lay off a bunch of people. But the media's not really talking about it. And then that's what the whole thread was, is like this guy was just fucking outraged that nobody's talking about it. Anyway. I like this here. I don't rhyme for the sake of riddling, which is great because sometimes you get into some of these songs and, you know, it's like interesting rhyming structure, interesting, you know, phrasing, but I don't know exactly what it means. It's kind of vague. It's kind of esoteric. This, especially, I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? If you're trying to get a message out, you don't want it to be confusing. You want it to be straightforward. So I wonder if that's a response to something, like if somebody was saying, you know, I wonder if that's a response to a criticism that he received at some point. Let's go back up. I want to get through into these lyrics a little bit. I haven't really touched on them too much. I really liked this part. They're claiming I'm a criminal, but now I wonder how. Some people never know. The enemy could be their friend, their guardian. And it's almost like a lyrical bar line cross in that they're claiming I'm a criminal, but now I wonder how. And so that could be that sentence. But now I wonder how. Some people never know the enemy could be their friend, guardian. That could be the beginning, just that portion. But now I wonder how. It kind of blends between both lines, you know? It exists as the back end of the first and the front end to the second. So I really like that structure right there. That was kind of cool. I'm not a hooligan. Anytime somebody uses the word hooligan, that's a great word. I love that word. I'm not a hooligan. I rock the party and I clear all the madness. I'm not a racist. Preach to tell it to you. Preach to teach you all. Sorry. To teach you all. I can't read. It's 5 a.m. Give me some slack, okay? Number 1, not born to run about the gun. I wasn't licensed to have one. The minute they see me, fear me. I'm the epitome of public enemy. Used, abused without clues. I refuse to blow a fuse. They even had it on the news. This was an interesting line. Chuck remains angry, militant, in your face, but knows that losing his temper will diminish the impact. Yeah. I want to know what was on the news. I mean, there's probably interviews and stuff like that, but I wonder if there was like some sort of aggressive, shitty, you know, entrapment type interview where they're trying to just rile him up to show, oh, see how violent and aggressive he is. See. Not that the corporate media would ever do that, right? They still consider me a new Jack. Was New Jack City out in '88? I don't know. All the critics, you can hang them. I'll hold the rope. That's fucking harsh right there. But they hope to the Pope and pray it ain't dope. Oh, God. The father of Farrakhan, don't tell me you understand unless you hear the man. Writers treat me like Coltrane. Insane. All right, let's keep going. Fucking, that was a killer line, though. All the critics, you can hang them. I'll hold the rope. Goddamn.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Strange hook.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype, it's a sequel. As an equal, can I get this through to you? My 98 booming with a trunk of funk. All the jealous punks can't stop the dunk. Coming from the school of hard knocks, some perpetrate. They drink Clorox, attack the black because I know they lack exact the cold facts, and still they try to Xerox. The leader of the new school, uncool, never played the fool, just made the rules. Remember, there's a need to get alarm. Again, I said I was a time bomb. In the daytime, radio scared of me, cause I'm mad, plus I'm the enemy. They can't come on and play me in prime time, cause I know the time, plus I'm getting mine. I get on the mix late in the night. They know I'm living right, so here goes the mic sight. I see their tape recorder and I grab it.
No, you can't have it back, silly rabbit.
I'm going to my media assassin, Harry Allen. I gotta ask him.
Yo, Harry, you're a writer. Are we that tight? Don't believe the hype.
Interesting. Interesting. So this is kind of what the song's about. It's about the bullshit that's being told about them by media. Who is Harry Allen? Harry Allen served as Public Enemy's publicist. Okay. Okay. When the group was under fire from the white press for their militant image, lyrics, and accusations of anti-Semitism. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
Don't believe. Don't believe.
I'm not a fan of the hook. Not a fan of the hook. But I have to remember the style back then. It's just kind of a funky style, you know?
Get the green, black, and red in. Gold down, countdown to Armageddon. 8828, the S1s will put the left in effect, and I still will.
A lot of people on daytime radio are scared of us because they too ignorant to understand the lyrics of the truth that we pumping into them clouds, that brain cells. That just falling into them wooden skulls they call caps, you know what I'm saying? But the S1s are straightening it out quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't worry, flavor vision ain't blurry, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Terminator X.
What an old school sound too,
Don't
man.
believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
What is going on there? What is that?
Don't believe the hype.
Huh. That was a cool song. It'll be interesting to see how I feel about that after more listens, because it is a funky beat, so that's kind of throwing me off. But that's not a problem. That's just the style. This is 88. This is a while ago. But the hook, I'm just not really into the hook. But the lyrics are great, and I like what it's about. So I'm torn. I'm very torn on that one. Cool jam, though. Cool jam. Let's move into track 4, which is called Cold Lampin with Flavor. Okay. Produced by the Bomb Squad. Track 4.
I guarantee you, no more music by the suckers. No more music by the suckers. No more music by the suckers.
Yo, man, what do he mean by suckers, man? Yo, he only trying to put a black eye in the game. But yo, we gonna let you put a black eye in the game, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Comes to the payoff.
Yeah, boy.
There's that iconic Flavor Flav yell right there, huh?
Rocking a beat to the strip. Yeah, boy, I got a solo, boy. That's right, Flavor going solo. What y'all know about that? Yo, we gonna kick the flavor like this.
Oh, I think this is Flavor Flav. Okay, alright.
I got Louis, boy. I'm not tramping. I just came from the crib, you know. I'm on the go. Throw your tank into Metro. Live lyrics from the bank of reality. I kick the flies, don't maneuver technicality. Do a dope track. You wanna hike, get your backpack. Get out the wax sack.
I need to find out what cold lamping means. Cold lamping with Flavor is, as Flav indicates in his initial shouts, a coming out party for Flav. In this song, Flav is the center of the action, not Chuck. Personal bits like this one are consistent with that. We see Flav hanging with friends, taking a break. Cold lamping as a phrase is a rare variation of cold chillin', okay, with a possible reference to lampooning, meaning making fun, which is, of course, Flav's stock in trade. Okay. All right, cold lamping. There we go. There's a lot going on with the production. A lot.
Flavor on a high tip. I'm your hype train. Come take a big sip. I'm in position, you can't play me out the pocket. I'll take the dopest beat you got and I'll rock it. You're eating dirt because you like getting dirt from the graveyard. You put gravy on it. Then you pick your teeth with tombstone chips. Casket cover clips. Dead women hips you do the bump whip. Bones. Number love bones. Lifestyles of the living dead. First you live, then you're dead.
I don't know what the fuck was going on in that second half of the verse there, but I kind of like it. It's very freeform. Very freeform. You're eating dirt because you like getting dirt from the graveyard, and you put gravy on it. Like, I feel like he's just kind of... Let's see, how can I say this? Because I'm not making a criticism of it. I'm enjoying it. But it felt like so silly. Like he just completely abandons the structure of the song. You're eating dirt because you like getting dirt from the graveyard, and you put gravy on it, and then you pick your teeth with tombstone chips and the casket cover lip clips, dead women hips. You do the bump with bones, nothing but love bones. It's just all over the fucking place. Okay, a clock on my chest proves I don't fess. This is like his iconic image, right? I've never understood why the fuck he wears a clock, right? Flavor Flav always wore a clock on a necklace to show that he knew what time it was, okay? The clock he wore for most of his career was donated to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But what does that mean? He knows what time it is. I don't know what that means. I need an adult. Please, someone help. Didn't I tell you? Leave alone, knocker. Okay. Well, I guess I just won't know the answer to that just yet. I'm sure in the comments people can help me out. What the fuck does that mean? He always knows what time it is. I don't know. That could mean a lot of things, right? So I don't know. All right, let's keep rolling verse 3. I like this beat quite a bit. Fucking, what is it? What's the production team? Bomb Squad. They're bringing the fucking noise right now, man. This is shit. It's like, there's a lot of layers. You can put that in your don't know what you said book. Put it on your toast. Eat it and taste it and swallow it down. Imperial flavor gives you the crown of the King Crow flavor, the king of all flavors. Rows and rows and rows of life savers. Flavor flavors in everything you eat, cause everything you eat got flavor. Flavor flavor's the first date you get in the morning. Your breakfast is the flavor. In between after lunch, in between after dinner, in between after midnight flavor. That's right, boy. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. But it's kind of amazing. I did put a heart next to that track. Like, I don't know. I feel like I might get sick of it, but that shit was hilarious. Like, he's just, I don't even know what he's saying. Let's go through these lines. Well, first of all, you get this supercalifragilistic aligoothic. You put that and you don't know what you said, book. And then he just, like, totally derails. Took, look, yuck, duck, wuck. Innovative, ill fact, my favorite flavor. How many fucking times does he say flavor in this verse? What a brother. Honey drippers, you say you got it. You ain't got no flavor, and I can prove it. There's no annotations here at all. I think everyone's just like, we're all off in the weeds on this one. Flavor Flav, the flav, all of flavors. Onion and garlic, French fried potatoes. Make your brain stink, breathe fire. Make any onion the best crier. I know it sounds crazy, but it fits perfect. Peter Perfect picked a perfect Peter. Honey Dripper sung. Jesus Christ, dude. This is kind of funny. And you know what I like about it, I'm realizing right now, is it's like the words are nonsensical, but it's almost like you can see the inner workings of the mind trying to just create stuff. And instead of, you know, taking this whatever it is and refining it down and turning it into what we would probably consider a normal rhyme, it's like he just left the raw structure out there. It's just a bunch of crazy words and shit, and it's like seeing the inner, like when they're building a skyrise and you can see all the steel beams, you know, like just the inner structure of what would eventually become the final building, because you don't get to see that very often. That's what this feels like. It's just, there's just the structure is there. There's nothing else. It's just the structure. And eventually you would go back and like make this a verse. Oh my God. And like at the end, your breakfast is the flavor. In between that, your lunch. In between that, your dinner. In between that, your midnight flavor. That's right. Like, what are you talking about? Rolls and rolls of lifesavers. Yeah, I understand that one. Flavor Flav is in everything you eat because everything you eat got flavor. And there's an annotation. Let's click this. Let's see what this says here. It's really great that here the sideman really gets to insert himself in Flavor's world. Everything is about flavor. He's the king. It's psychedelic fantasy, of course, but if you let it sit for a bit, it takes on a logic of its own. Public Enemy is one of the greatest rappers of all time, and Flav is fundamental to it. Without him, Chuck would be alone, the sole leader of a fantasy army. His seriousness would seem ridiculous. That's a good point. That's a fair point. If Flav were purely preposterous, it wouldn't work. But he isn't. There's something powerful in his madness. Okay. Well, the question of does Flav rap is now answered with delight. Let's move on to track 5, which is Terminator X To the Edge of Panic, produced by Chuck D and Hank Shockley. Interesting title there. All right, let's jump in.
At the count of 3, I want y'all to tell me the name of my DJ. 1, 2,
nice.
3.
Yo, I gotta hear that one more time, man.
Terminator X.
Oh, cool. Cool. He is fucking that sample all up.
Take a look at his style.
Yeah.
Take a check of his sound. Off the record, people keeping them down.
Chicken, Miami.
Terminator X packs the jam.
Who gives a fuck about a goddamn
Oh, nice.
He's defending the mic.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about what they like, right? The power is bold. The rhymes politically cold. No judge can ever but to handle his load. Yes, the coming is near. He's about to become the one and only missionary lord. Son of a gun going on and on. Backtracking the whack, explain the neck, y'all. For the actual fact. Come on.
Oh, interesting. These are great fucking samples in here. Also, I want to point out, just like I was bitching about the media, who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? The Grammys sucked back then too. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed, you guys. It's the core, the foundational structures that have caused so many issues are still intact. They're still intact. It's evolved. It's grown to adapt with the times. But it's not changed at all. I mentioned that because the Grammys, not nominating Denzel Curry for Melt My Eyes and not nominating Forever Story, even though I haven't listened to it yet. Anyway.
Terminator.
I like this. I love record scratching, man. It's so cool.
Terminator. Terminator.
This is a cool jam. Let's get like a hype track right here, man. This is fucking cool.
He's bad by his damn self. Yeah, it's one job, cold threaten the crowd. Loud sound, pound, making brothers proud.
Boy, like the minds of being controlling you are the ace black music.
Interesting. Who is this sample from? This one's annotated. Oh, the annotation's bullshit. I don't know who this means sampled from. Here, the first one is annotated too. Chuck from the July 98 issue of Melody Maker. This deals with Minister Farrakhan. Inside that record he's speaking. I got permission from him. And he just talks about the neglect of black radio drug dealers, the assassination of black leaders. His number one statement in there says, the federal government is the number one killer of black leaders. It's true. Even if James Earl Ray was the murderer, he was set up or paid. He ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing. It's like the Oliver North thing. Somebody got to take the weight. Interesting. There was a bit here. Let's go to verse 2 before I forget. That I really liked the lyrics. You know the pack attack. The man with the palm of his hands. Police, wild beast, dogs on a leash. No peace to reach. That's why he's packing his black piece. Terminator X yelling with his hands. With the records, right? I love that. I think that's fucking fantastic right there. Wired of his own race playing him close. I did not understand that. Linked in with the album Scene of the 60s, Black Radicalism, this line can be read as a rebuke to black informers who might infiltrate Public Enemy wearing wires. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Didn't think about that. Wires. Let's go up to verse 1, though. Who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? Anyway, and I'm saying the D's defending the mic. Yeah, who gives a fuck about what they like? The power is bold, the rhymes politically cold. No judge could ever budge or ever handle his load. Yes, the coming is near. He's about to become. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. All right, let's keep rolling.
Getting small, making room for it all. I know you're clocking the enemy, you should be clocking the time. Checking records, I'm making you for the effect of my rhyme. No provoking, no joking, you know the stage is set. If you're thinking I'm breaking, my education is taking you for a long ride. I make your brain slip and do the slide into infinity and symphony. With your hand in your pockets, I know your money is spent. Like this, like that, butter for the fat. You kill my dog, I'ma slay your cat. It's like that, y'all.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Son of public enemy number one. Terminator.
It's a cool song.
Terminator.
Hey, yo, Terminator. Let them know you don't speak with your hands, boy.
I like the idea of speaking with your hands. You know, fuck, man. I know our country's got some issues. We're working through them, hopefully. But this only exists because of freedom of speech. And there are people out there who are trying to say, oh, no, we don't need to have freedom of speech anymore. We need to have people say what we can and cannot say. You know, people who make that decision for us. Nope. Absolutely not. Freedom of speech, to me, is the most important thing that we have. Other people would probably argue, you know, gun ownership. Okay, yeah, I don't really have a lot of strong opinions about that just because that's a crazy argument. It can go all over the place. But to me, freedom of speech is absolutely fundamental. If you cannot speak, you are fucking doomed. Doomed. Cool song. Fucking cool song. The next track's called Mind Terrorist. I love it. I already love it. Let's drop in. Track 6. The production's pretty fucking impressive too, man. When you think about 1988 and the tools that they had at their disposal, which they had some, this shit's impressive. Oh, that's one thing I was gonna say. I'm noticing a lack of bass. You know, low end theory, they've got that bass in there, and these guys don't use the bass, which is interesting, but it still works. But it makes it very different in sound. Very different in sound. Oh, this is kind of like a little interlude.
They claim we're products from the bottom of hell, 'cause the black is back and it's bound to sell. Picture us cooling out on the 4th of July, and if you heard we were celebrating, that's a worldwide lie. Yo, Chuck, the fat daddy rules, man, trying to pull a 226 on you, G. Yo, man, show 'em what you got. Show 'em what you got.
This style seems wild. Wait before you treat me like a stepchild. Let me tell you why they got me on file, 'cause I give you what you lack. Come right in next sack. Our status is the status, so I care where you at. Black in at home, I got a call from Tony Rome. The FBI was tapping my telephone. I never live alone. I never walk alone. My posse's always ready and they're waiting in my zone. Although I live the life that of a resident, but I be knowing the scheme that of the president. Tapping my phone. Who screws abuse? I stand accused of doing harm.
Oh, he whispers that. It's fucking brilliant. I love it. This got a heart. This fucking line right here was so great. You're CIA, so you see I ain't kidding. Great little spin right there. You're CIA, you see I ain't kidding. CIA. That's cool. I like that. I saw something about this. I was reading a little bit of the Wikipedia entry about the album and the group. But with this one, they were talking about, yeah, the FBI tapping his phone and shit. Let's click on the annotation. I got a call from Tony Rome. A real guy named Tony Rome. Oh, Chuck's manager. Okay. FBI was tapping his telephone. The song deals with the FBI, CIA, once again, the destruction of black leaders, and at the same time, it starts by tapping the phone, and in the song I'm saying they're tapping my phone. But they can tap my phone because I ain't got no secrets. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good play right there, yeah. No secrets at all because I'm louder than a bomb. They could tap my phone, but I'm here doing interviews. I do it on records. All they got to do is buy a record and know where I'm coming from. There's no need to tap my phone. Yeah. Although I live the life that of a resident, but I be knowing the scheme that of the president. Cool line right there, too. I liked that one. I liked that one quite a bit. Tapping my phone whose crew's abused. I stand accused of doing harm because I'm louder than a bomb. And again, why is he louder than a bomb? Because of free speech. If there was a legal method to stop this, it absolutely would have happened. Absolutely would have happened. If they could have said, "Oh, this is inciting riots. We have to destroy it. We have to. You know, that's what they were doing with NWA, right? Although, when did NWA come out? Straight Outta Compton. I think 88 as well, right? Very close. Really, really close. Same time. Maybe it was 87. I don't remember. What is this? Professor Gift knows you ain't milquetoast. Milquetoast is a weak-willed, meek, or otherwise unassertive person. Oh, wow. Griff is letting you know he isn't any of those things. He made that clear enough by going off on Jewish people in public. Okay. I don't know who that is. Professor Griff, I ain't milquetoast. Why the tapping my phone? Although I can't keep a secret, so I did just kick it, yo. Ways of title, say it again. I'm called the enemy. I'll never be a friend of those with closed minds. Don't know I'm rapid. The way I rap it is making them tap it. Yeah. Let's keep going. Good jam.
Cold holding the load, the burden breaking the mold. I ain't lying, denying because I'm checking my code. Am I bugging because I'm bugging my phone for information? No telling who's selling that power, building the nation. So joining the set up.
Nice little rant right there, man. That was good.
So at least not to forget, no. Taking a blame is not a waste. Here takes a bit of a soul, so you can never be wrong. Just a bit of advice, because we be paying a price. Because every brother man's life is like swinging a dice, right?
Nice.
Here it is once again. This is the brother, the Terminator, the cutter. Going on and on, leave alone the throne. Get it straight in 88, and I troop it to demonstrate. The posse always ready, 98 and 98. My posse come quick because my posse got velocity. Tapping my phone, never leave me alone. I'm even lethal when I'm unarmed.
Fuck yeah, man. That was a great verse. He went fast. He was really pushing on that one.
When I say it, they get alarmed.
Fucking A, dude. Oh, that was a great track. Great track. That was a great track. I really like that one. That, you know, the listens on this are interesting with Spotify. There's not a lot of listens. I think probably just because the people who own this album, like, actually own it and listen to it like that rather than through streaming services. But Louder Than a Bomb doesn't really have a lot of listens. Interesting. I was thinking about, if you like this track, or if you like, well, you should just check it out. Rage Against the Machine, Calm Like a Bomb. Great song too, man. Calm Like a Bomb. Cool. This is fucking cool. Let's move on to track 8, which is called Caught. Can We Get a Witness? And not just Can We Get a Witness, Caught. Can We Get a Witness? Produced by the Bomb Squad. Track 8. Let's see if I can.
Somebody in the house say yeah.
Says, I got the S1s ready. Chuck Flame, what's up? Yeah, that's right.
Court, now in court because I stole a beat. This is a sampling sport, but I'm giving it a new name.
Oh, interesting.
My PE, you know the time. Now what in the heaven does the jury know about hell if I took it? But they just look at me like, hey, I'm on a mission. Check it out, y'all. Conditions ain't right. Sitting like dynamite. Going to blow you up and it just might.
This is interesting. So I'm assuming this is real, right? Because this was back before the copyright laws really nailed down the sampling thing. Got caught, now in court because I stole the beat. This is a sampling sport. But I'm giving it a new name. What you hear is mine. And, you know, I've had discussions about this with people, a couple on conversations with the community and stuff. And it is just this weird line of, if you take something, a sample of a song, yes, that in itself is copyright material, yes. But can you copyright a drum beat. You know, there's the Amen sample or the Amen drum break. I'm sorry, that's a famous one, of course. But then what if you take that sample? Because I've had people send me stuff. It's like, here, check this out. This is that sample used in all these different songs. I can't fucking hear it. Like, they're telling me, here, this part is this part. But it's been distorted and altered so much, I can't tell what it is. I can't tell it's a sample from that. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird situation. I know what I think it is? Money. That's what it all comes down to. Oh my God, you're making money? I want that. Give me that money. That's really all it comes down to. Yeah, let's keep going. This is fucking cool. This is an interesting song. I'm curious to see how the rest of the verses play out.
They say that I sample, but they should sample this, my pit bull. We ain't going for this. They say that I stole this. Can I get a witness? Understand where we're going. Then listen to this plus my rolling. Coming from down from below, rebound. Come on, boost up the stereo. Snakes in the morning. Wake up scared, afraid of my warning. They claim that I'm violent. Now I choose to be silent. Can I get a witness?
Yo, Griff, move the S-ones out on the judge and the jury. Hold him hostage. Time for Terminator has to step in and show him that he's in effect, boy. Yeah.
That was great production again, man.
Come on, get with it. Something ain't right, I got to admit it. Made me mad when I was on tour that I declared war on Black Radio. They say that I plan this on the radio. Most of you will demand this. Won't be on the playlist. Plus the way that I say this, no sellout. Yeah. Hey.
This is a great song too, man. So I just want to touch on the topic of selling out, because he's talking about the radio here, right? Won't be on a playlist. Bust the way that I say this. No sellout. They say that I plan this on the radio. Most people demand this. Anyway, so how do you sell out on a radio? Like, how does the radio station sell out? Well, the fucking advertisers. The advertisers get cranky. You're playing that music. We don't like that. We're going to pull our ads, which means no money for the radio station. So they sell out. They pull the music. So the advertisers will stay. Yeah, there's again, speaking of just structures that exist within this country or Western society, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I mean, it's not limited to America. It's corporate media, obviously. You've got FBI and CIA, and now it's kind of neat because now he's talking about just corporate money in general. How much advertising money influences things. How much advertising money controls what gets played and not played, or talked about and not talked about, voted on or not voted on. It's a huge fucking thing. Huge thing. I am fucking loving this. Man, I was so concerned at the beginning, you know, okay, am I gonna be able to settle into the sound? It sounds like it's from '88. But the production's been fucking incredible. There's been I know I haven't really talked about it, but it's just, there's been a lot of layers, man. A lot of layers to the sound. And it's really quite impressive because, what's it called? Organized Noise, right? Or Bomb Squad, I'm sorry. Organized Noise is the other one. Fucking lost my train of thought. Oh, I was thinking Organized Noise because, in a way, there's so much going on with the layers of production here. It does sound a little chaotic, but he keeps it together. You know, it's not just nonsense. It's not just noise. There's a lot happening with the sound, but it works. So it's very impressive in my mind. I scrolled up and now I don't know where I am on the lyrics here. Sample, this is good. They should sample this, my pit bull. I haven't talked a whole lot about the lyrics. I feel like they're pretty straightforward. Not a lot to break down here. Pretty straightforward. I get the impression that Chuck D is not on the side of using a sample as copyright theft. I feel like he's in the other opinion of no, we've changed it and now it's ours. Which is an argument to be made, man, for sure. Absolutely. Oh, we were down by the ad-libs or something, right? Yeah, here we go. All right, let's roll on.
Come on, y'all. Here we go again. Armageddon been in effect. Hey, they say that we stole this.
That little guitar sample right there, man. So cool.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
come on.
time the revolution will not be televised, boy.
Come on now.
Be original. Yeah, I was saying earlier how they're not using the bass, and there is bass. I think it's just the way it was recorded, and it's not as on the forefront of the production like a Low End Theory, like the opening track of Low End Theory. You know, doom, 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 doom. That bass is right there on the front line, so you can definitely pick up on that. I like this final verse. You singers are spineless, and you sing your senseless songs to the mindless. Your general subject, love, is minimal. It's sex for profit. Fucking amazing. And then this is annotated here. In 1990, Tom Waits took legal action against Third Base after they copied the entirety. Oh, the entirety of, rather than sampling. The instrumentals from Waits way down in the hole for their song Flippin' Off the Wall like Lucille Ball. In addition, Third Base mockingly copied Waits' singing style. Here, Public Enemy is saying that while they generally disapprove of lawsuits against artists, they believe Waits was justified because Third Base copied far too much and was insulting as well. And this is downvoted. That's funny. Huh. You know, that, to me, that's pretty clear cut and dry. If you just use somebody else's song and then put your own lyrics over it. Come on. You got to put some effort into it. At least try and hide it, right? At least try and hide it, in my opinion. Fucking Can I Get a Witness is great. That was great. Louder Than a Bomb was great. Can We Get a Witness is great. We're about halfway through? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on to track 9. Show 'em What You Got. Produced by the Bomb Squad. Track 9. God, I almost feel like I know this sample. I've heard that before.
Freedom is a road seldom traveled by the multitude.
Public Enemy #1.
Show what you got. Show what you got. Show what you got.
Public Enemy #1.
The same God that gave wisdom to practice God.
Public Enemy.
Show what you got.
Public Enemy.
This is fucking cool.
Public Enemy #1.
The same God that gave wisdom to Adam Clayton Powell. Show what you got.
That drum beat is fucking amazing.
Public Enemy #1. Public Enemy #1.
Please try listening to hip-hop and listen good.
Public Enemy #1. Public Enemy.
Show what you got.
Public Enemy #1. Public Enemy #1. Public Enemy #1. Public Enemy #1.
I like that one. I mean, it's just a quick little, like, 2-minute interlude, but you know what it feels like? That's a great track to open your concert with. You know, you let that one play as everybody's walking out onto the stage and shit. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Who do I know of these people? So Marcus Garvey. I don't know who that is. Jamaican political leader, publisher, journalist, entrepreneur, and orator who was a proponent of the Pan-Africanism movement to which he founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association. And African communities lead, Jesus, long ass name right there. He also founded the Black Star Line, a shipping and passenger line, which promoted the return of the African diaspora. Okay. Adam Clayton Powell, Baptist pastor, American politician, represented Harlem in the United States House of Representatives, first person of African American descent to be elected from New York to Congress. Okay. Stephen Biko was an anti-apartheid activist in South Africa until his death while in police custody. Interesting. Rosa Parks, I know. Martin Luther King, I know. Malcolm X, I know. Nelson Mandela, which South African apartheid revolutionary, right? I keep, for whatever reason, well, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say something. Now I have to say it. Shit. For whatever reason, my brain tries to always associate Mandela with fucking Cuba. It's like, no, brain, no. I don't know why. I don't know why. And then Winnie's his wife, right? Oh, no. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, okay. Let's move on to track 10, which is called She Watched Channel Zero. Okay. Hank Shockley and Chuck D on the production side. Let's drop in track 10.
You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts on who you are because you're watching that garbage.
Oh shit. It's a fucking... Did they throw in an Anthrax sample?
The woman woman makes the men
This is
all
badass.
pause. And if you got a woman, she might make you forget yours. There's a 5-letter word that describe her character, but her brain's being washed by an actor. And every real man that tries to approach comes the closer he comes, he gets just like a rope. I don't think I can handle. She goes channel to channel, cold looking for that hero. She watched Channel Zero.
Fucking metal sample. I don't know the sample though. I don't. So I've listened to some Anthrax, not a lot of Anthrax, but like their early stuff, the early '80s stuff, I haven't listened to. Does it say? Let's see if it says who the sample actually. Oh, Slayer, Angel of Death. Oh, I fucking should have known that. Jesus, I should have known that. Oh man. Oh. I just lost a bunch of street cred right there. It was familiar, but I was thinking Anthrax because the opening Bring the Noise, since they referenced Anthrax earlier. Okay, let's see if I can redeem myself. I can't though. That's forever off of my total score there. That's not knowing fucking Angel of Death. Oh, terrible.
27548, she watched, she said all added up to zero, and nothing in her hand. She turns and turns, and she hopes and so. Off for real, she learns that it ain't true, no. But she won't survive and rather die than lie. For the fool for some dude on the tube, I don't think I can handle. She goes channel to channel, cold looking for that hero. She watched Channel Zero.
Interesting. Well, let's go back to verse 1. This opening line, I think it was a play on the word menopause. The woman makes the men all pause. The men all pause. The woman makes the men all pause. And if you got a woman, she might make you forget yours. There's a 5-letter word to describe her character, which I don't think is... Oh, okay, bitch. Okay. But her brain's being washed by an actor, and every real man that tries to approach, come the closer he comes, he gets just like a roach. And I wasn't really sure they were going with this, but then you get into verse 2 and start talking about soap operas and are they for real? She learns that ain't true. No, but she won't survive. She'd rather die in a lie, fall a fool for some dude on the tube. So it's about soap operas. Or just falling in love with actors. This is kind of funny. It's this whole thing, if that's what this song is really about, the fact that they're sampling Angel of Death from Slayer is amazing. Like, wow, you guys really fucking hate soap actors. Oh my God. Let's finish this out. This is fucking incredible. Oh my God. Like a year and a half in, and you know, I've been waiting for somebody to sample like metal, sample some metal. And now here we are. Nice.
Baby, you think I'm joking? You look like I'm joking. I ain't joking. Word up, baby. Yo, cut that garbage off now. Yo, I got the
Tyson fight. Oh my God.
Yo, so you can't be coming in here stagnating like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we get ready to watch the Super Bowl. We got a black quarterback, so step back.
Revolution, a solution for all of our children, but her children don't mean as much as the show. I mean, watch her worship the screen and fiend for a TV ad, and this just makes me mad. I don't think I can handle. She goes channel to channel,
that's a good line too.
Looking for that hero. She watched Channel Zero.
You watching garbage, nothing but garbage, straight up garbage. Yo, why don't you back up from the TV, read a book or something.
Yeah, this is an interesting album just because we're hitting on a lot of different like structures, right? We're talking about politicians, we're talking about fucking CIA, FBI, the Grammys, you know, advertising money, corporate media, and now you've got this fucking other aspect too of kind of being sold this fairy tale, right, through television. And I feel like it's changed a bit. You know, TV has changed a lot in terms of the last fucking 35 years and the shows that exist and what they provide. And you know, now video gaming is so prominent. I'm a big gamer. I don't watch TV. I play games. I like games. I like doing that. It's very rare when I watch TV. God damn it. Where was I going to go with this? Oh, I think just, you know, just the calming of the mind, right? And you always see this in the dystopian movies and novels and shows, whatever, you know, the zombies that are on the screens, and now you've got phones that are on the screens and stuff like that. But the nice thing about that is we still have control over that, as in we can just turn that shit off. My concern is when we get to a point we can't really turn it off. That's why I don't like Alexa at all. Like my stepmom bought us one a year or two ago, and I was like upset. It was just a little, like the little echo thing or whatever. I was like, no, I don't want this fucking thing in here listening to me all the time. No, even though this shit's doing it anyway. But we could turn it off. And so I think back then in the 80s, yeah, if you've got somebody who's just staring at the screen and flipping the channels, trying to find something to like latch on to not pay attention to everything else, I can see why this stirs them up. You know, but at least we can turn it off. And, you know, sometimes you can get something good from the TV as well. There was a line here. Where was it? This part right here. But her children don't mean as much as the show. I mean, watch her worship the screen and fiend for a TV ad, and it just makes me mad. This is great. Because this is something that now we're into the marketing. You know, there's advertising, but there's also marketing. Advertising is kind of the broader thing. Marketing is targeting people, right? You want this. You need this thing. Your life is incomplete without it. And look, your hair isn't shiny enough and your muscles aren't big enough. And these are all the things that are wrong with you. And these are all the things that you need to buy to make yourself feel better and look better and be wanted and attractive. And it's just bullshit, man. It's fucking bullshit. It is poison. God, this has been just the best. I'm having so much fun. I was going to say this earlier, and I was like, it's a little too early to call it. I'm enjoying this way more than Low End Theory. Way more than Low End Theory. I enjoyed Low End Theory. It was fun. I'm fucking loving this. And it's interesting. I guess it's just a different style. I don't know. Because Low End Theory's got good lyrics too, man. But the production's very different. I don't know. Maybe I like kind of the little bit more fire in this one. You know, just letting it all out. Chuck D is fucking giving it to him. It's amazing. All right. Track 11 is called Night of Living Baseheads. Oh, for the record, when it comes to Slayer, I honestly don't listen to a lot of Slayer. I still will fully accept all of the shame that I am supposed to carry for not knowing the Slayer sample. But just for the record, I don't listen to a lot of Slayer. I never got into them. Metallica is kind of where I started, and then Slayer was kind of pre them. Same thing with like the older Anthrax too, which I already said. I haven't really listened to the older shit. For me, with the metal, the early 80s, I don't like the recording style. The sound, it doesn't have as much bass. It just kind of sounds flat. It sounds old. And it's weird because I love stuff from the 70s. You know, Zeppelin and Floyd and even some of the... Did Rush come in the 70s? Yeah, I think so. Late 70s. It's weird because that shit sounds great. But there's something about the metal in the 80s, early 80s. Like the first Metallica album, Kill 'Em All. Great songs. I just don't like the way it's recorded. Anyway, I'm trying to make excuses. Cone of shame. I will put on my cone of shame for not knowing Angel of Death sample. Anyway, Night of Living Baseheads, track 11, produced by Chuck D, Eric Sadler, and Hank Shockley. Here we go.
That once we were brought here, we were robbed of our names, robbed of our language. We lost our religion, our culture, our God. And many of us, by the way we act, we even lost our mind.
Here it is, bam!
Great
and
drop
you
in.
say, God damn, this is a dope jam. But let's define the term called dope, and you're thinking me funky now. No, here is a true tale. Why the ones that deal?
God, the production again is just fucking
you
great.
can move if you wanna move. What it prove? It's here like the groove. The problem is this. We gotta fix it. Check out the justice and how they run it. Selling, smelling, sniffing, riffing, and brothers trying to get swift in. Selling their own, rob a home, while some shrivel a bone like comatose walking around. Please don't confuse this with the sound. I'm talking about bass. Come on. together to the bells of those that boost the
This is
dose
fucking
of black
fantastic.
and those that sell the black. Shame on the brother when they dealing. The same block where my 98 be wheeling.
I can't understand what's going on. Like, I'm enjoying the shit out of this. Like, this is fucking phenomenal. But I hear that, like, it's kind of like the horn sound or something, and I feel like I should be annoyed by it. Usually I don't like those higher pitched sounds, especially when they repeat. I notice it, and then I don't like it. There's something about this. It's just fucking clicking like crazy. It's amazing. Stop illin' and killin'. Stop grillin', yo. What's grillin'? Stop using killing crack cocaine. Yeah, okay. But what's grilling? Nothing. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. This is so far we're on a 5-track run right now, and really, track 6, Mind Terrace, I don't have a heart next to it because it was kind of an interlude. Even though I kind of liked what he was doing there. Louder than a bomb. Can't get a witness. Show him what you got. She watched Channel Zero. Night of the Living Baseheads. This we're on a 5-track run right now. This is phenomenal. This is so good. Oh my god. Especially when it drops in. God damn, this is a dope gem. Yeah, for real. Let's define the term called dope. And you think it funky now? No. Here's a true tale. While the ones that deal are the ones that fail. You can move if you want to move. What it prove? It's like the groove. The problem is we got to fix it. Check out the justice and how they run it. This is really fucking good, man. And brothers try to get swift and sell their own, rob a home, while some shrivel to bone, like comatose, walking around. Please don't confuse us with the sound I'm talking about. Amazing. Amazing. I put this together to rock the bells of those that boost the dose of a lack and those that sell to black. Shame on a brother when he's dealing. The same block where my 98 be wheeling. And everybody know another kilo from a corner from a brother. Keep another below. Stop illin' and killing. Stop grilling. Yo, black, yo. 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Wait a minute, y'all. Fiends are fiending. Day to day. Today. They say no other way. God, this song is incredible. And the production's incredible. And the lyrics are incredible. This is fucking phenomenal. Channel Zero. This might be my favorite. They're all my favorite. There, it's done. Every song is my favorite.
We're gonna get on down now.
Love that hesitation right there. God, it's the horn and the scratching. The transition right there. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Standing on line, checking the time. Homeboys playing the curve, the same ones they used to do earlier. Now they're gone, passing it on. Poison attack the black word born. My man Daddy-O once said to me, you know a brother that stayed all day in his Jeep, and at night he went to sleep, and in the morning all he had was sneakers on his feet. The culprit used to jam and rock the mic. Yo, he stripped the Jeep to fill his pipe and wander around to find a place where they rock to a different kind of. Come on, y'all.
That was amazing. Especially too that you get this last part, right? The guy, he's staying in his Jeep. And at night he went to sleep. And in the morning, all he had was sneakers on his feet. The culprit used to jam and rock the mic. He stripped the Jeep to fill his pipe and wander around to find a place where they rock to a different kind of, and he doesn't say it, but it's supposed to be bass, right? Free bass. Crack cocaine. Talking about bass. Interesting, man. Great fucking song. Really, goddamn. I don't know how we finish this out, but like there's still 5 more tracks. The next one's called Black Steel and the Hour of Chaos. I love it. This is, you know, reading about the album on the Wikipedia site, I guess it didn't really sell a whole lot necessarily, but it's so highly revered, and you know, and now I'm fucking figuring out why. And I'm so excited too because it took me a little bit of time. You know, Flavor Flav threw me off a little bit. He's just got a different style, and the sound's a little older and whatever. But now it's like, holy shit, we're gaining so much momentum, and it's so cool to hear an album pick up steam on the back half. Usually it's like the front half is kind of the stronger side, you know, and then the back half maybe backs off a little bit. We're fucking like just gaining so much momentum right now. So Black Steel and the Hour of Chaos. Track 12, let's go.
Thanks for your face, London. Everybody in the house make some noise.
The state prison
I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it.
I've heard
It said
this.
They were suckers. They wanted me for their army or whatever. Picture me giving a damn. I said never.
I've heard this before. Sepultura. Sepultura did a cover of this song. Sepultura. Sepultura is another heavy metal band that not, I guess you could put them adjacent to Slayer. I thought I recognized the title. I didn't realize this was a Public Enemy track. If you've not heard it, look up Sepultura's version and listen to it. It's great. It's really good.
Here's a land that never gave a damn about a brother like me and myself because they never did. I wasn't with it, but just that very minute it occurred to me. The suckers had authority. Cold sweating as I
Oh my God, yeah.
How long has it been? They got me sitting in a state pen. I gotta get out, but that thought was thought before. I contemplated a plan on the cell floor. I'm not a fugitive on the run, but a brother like me begun to be another one. Public enemy serving time. They drew the line, y'all. They criticized me for some crime. Nevertheless, they could not understand that I'm a black man and I can never be a veteran. On the strength of situations unreal, I got a raw deal. So I'm looking for the steel. Word 'em up. Sleeping on the job, I'm playing is all go ahead. I want the strength, I'ma tell you the deal. I got nothing to lose. Cause I'm going for the steel.
This is a 6.5 minute song. I didn't realize it was this long. I think the Sepultura cover is slightly different lyrically. I got a letter from the government the other day. Open it, it said they were suckers. Everybody now, let's see what this is a verified annotation from Scarface. Everybody now just monotones. They sound the same on every record. They sound the same as they did on the last record. You're not working that. You're not using your other instrument, which is your voice. You should be able to use your voice as an instrument. Yeah. Chuck D was using his voice. Kendrick's playing the fuck out of this instrument too. So dope. They wanted me for the army or whatever. So I guess he's got drafted and he's not going to go to the draft. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you fail to register for the draft, yeah, sure. Picture me give a damn. Picture me giving a damn. I said never. Here's a land that never gave a damn about a brother like me and myself because they never did. I wasn't with it, but just that very minute it occurred to me the suckers had authority. Cold sweating as I dwell in my cell. How long has it been? They got me sitting in the state pen. I gotta get out. But that thought was thought before. I'm not a fugitive on the road, but brother like me begun to be another one. Okay, I wanted to sit here and read every single line. Let's see here. Let's not do that. That's a little boring. That gets a little boring. 4 of us packed in a cell like slaves. Oh well, the same motherfucker got us living in his hell. You have to realize what is a form of slavery organized under a swarm of devils straight up world-bound level. Good shit. Good shit. Some do a bid to 1 to 10, but I never did, plus I've never been. I'm on a tier where no tier should ever fall. Cell blocked and clocked. I never clock it, y'all, because time and time again, they got me serving to those. To them, I'm not a citizen. That's a great line right there, too. This was what I was kind of looking for. Especially since I didn't know what he was talking about, but if you think about signing up for the selective service, you're registering for the draft, right? But then if you're doing so in a country that doesn't treat you like a citizen, you know, that's a fucking weird one right there, right? Like, oh, I have to sign up to fight in your wars, but you won't let me live here in peace. You know? Let's keep going. This is a cool jam.
I'm going for that steel.
Great sound. Sepultura was pretty good in respecting the sound of this track on their cover too, which is good because they're a metal band. So for them to do that is pretty cool.
Yeah, but I'll give them a chance cause I'm civilized. As for rest of the world, they can't realize a cell is hell. I'm a rebel, so I rebel. Between bars, got me thinking like an animal. mysterious. Call me delirious, but I'm still a captive. I gotta rap this time to break as time grows intense. I got my steel in my right hand. Now I'm looking for the fence. If I come out alive, then they won't come clean. Then I threw up, my steel bullets flew up. Into my surprise, the wall and tower blew up. Who shot what, who, what, the bazooka was who? Into my rescue, it was the S1W.
Flavor. I want to go up a little bit here. I like this part about the water tower blowing up. Where is it? Something about the fucking... Oh, it was the first four. Here we go. I figured I trigger my steel, I stand still, hold my pellet. This is what I mean, an anti-person machine. If I come out alive, you know, they won't come out clean. Then I threw up, my steel bullets flew up, and to my surprise, the water tower blew up. Who shot what, who, what? The bazooka was who. I want to mention that because it reminds me of a Simpsons episode where Bart goes on a ride-along with the cops. And there's a scene where they're chasing this car and, you know, crazy car chase. And a car crashes into a milk truck and the whole milk truck just goes boom. Anyway, that made me think of that. This is a cool track. I'm pretty sure the Sepultura version is very different lyrically. I think it's kind of maybe half the track or something because I don't think it's this long. Maybe it is. It's been a while since I've listened to it. But there was something in verse 3 I wanted to punch on. Oh, there's a lot of lyrics in here, a lot of words, you know, militant mind and rebel and all this other stuff. Very sounds like things that inspired a guy named Zach De La Rocha for Rage Against the Machine. This track specifically, it really is making me think of him. I can just hear him listening to this while he's writing his own shit out. Verse 3. Every man's demand got served along with the time they served. Decency was deserved. I wanted the governor, y'all, and plus the warden to know that I was innocent because I'm militant. Opposing a threat, you bet it's fucking up the government. My plan said I had to get out and break north. Just like Oliver's Neck, I had to get off. So that's a play off of Oliver North right there. We had to force to instigate a prison riot. This is what it takes for peace. Got to start a riot to get peace. And that right there is brilliant. Because think about the things that we've seen in the last 5-6 years, right? And what has actually led to things changing because of what happened, you know? Fucking, what, Minneapolis almost burning down. And there's been a lot of, riots. There's been a lot of fucking riots. I know people try to say, oh, no, it's just protesting. No, when you're destroying stuff, it's riots. But again, this album is just fucking sprinkled with all these excellent little nods and pointers at parts of the structure. Capitalist society, the powers that be only care about that. Capital, money, assets. You can go protest all day long. Yep, great. And honestly, I fully support protests, all forms of protest, right? Like the whole fucking kneeling thing for the NFL, and people are getting bent out of shape about that. Oh my God. Protests, I'm totally fine with protesting. Now, riots, I'm not okay with. But what's interesting, in my opinion, riots are the only thing that actually gain traction, that actually lead to something, because the society, the people who are in charge, only care about capital. So if you're not destroying things that they love, the things that they get their money from, they're not paying attention. So does it sound like I'm advocating for burning everything down? Well, probably a little bit. I'm not advocating for that, but it is interesting what makes people take notice and what doesn't, you know? And I feel like if it's going to be a protest, it has to be huge. And it has to be long. It's got to have a massive duration, because a couple hundred people go out and protest for 4 hours and then go home. Okay, thanks. That's it. Like that, nothing's going to come from that, right? It's a brilliant album. Jesus. I sell as hell. I'm a rebel, so I rebel. Between bars, got me thinking like I'm an animal. Got a woman CO to call me a copter. She tried to get away. I popped her twice right now. Who's going to get nice? This is a cool song. Let's finish it out. There's about a minute left of music.
What a brother, no. Death row. What a brother, no.
That beat is so fucking cool, man. That little like piano sample that's being used. Fucking cool. Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos absolutely gets a heart. Absolutely gets a heart. We're going to move on to track 13, which is called Security of the First World, which is an instrumental. All right. I'm really paying attention to the sounds here because I recently acquired this guy. I've been playing around with it a little bit. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm noticing that little like hi-hat. I feel like this track is one of those where it's like, hey yo, I've got this great beat. Okay, but we don't know what to do with it. Well, I fucking love it. We're putting it on the record. I don't care if it's just an instrumental. I really like this beat that I made. We're putting it on there. Okay.
Brothers and sisters.
Rebel Without a Pause, track 14. Chuck D, Hank Shockley, and
I don't know what this world is coming to. Yes, the rhythm's a rebel. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhymer.
I may have heard this before.
You want styling? You know it's time again. D, the enemy telling you to hear it. They praise the music, this time they play the lyrics. Some say no to the album, the show, bum rush the sound. I made a year ago, I guess you know. You guess I'm just a radical, not on sabbatical. Yes, to make it critical. The only part of your body should be partying too. Pass the power on the hour from the rebel to you.
Great transition right there. Great transition.
Radio.
And right back into it again. Fucking great. So good.
They just okay me now, known and grown. When they're clocking my zone, there's no sneaking and taking everything that the brother owns. Terminator X.
Yeah, another heart gets put onto the list.
Terminator X.
Yes, the rhythm, the rebel. Or the rhythm? Rhyme? Rhythm? Rhyme. Rhythm. Rhyme and rhythm, those two words absolutely destroy my brain. It's like H's and R's and Y's and they're just fucking all over the place and it's just pure chaos. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The harder rhymer, where you never been, I'm in. You want styling? No, it's time to the enemy tell you to hear it. Some say no to the album, the show of Bum Rush, which was their first album, right? Yo, Bum Rush the show, yeah. Okay. I made a year ago. I guess, you know, I guess I'm just a radical, not on sabbatical, yes to make it critical. The only part of your body should be partying to Panther Power. And then radio suckers ever play me on the mix, they just okay me. Now, known and grown, when they're clocking my zone, it's known. Oh, here we go. Recorded and ordered, supporter of Chesimard. Who is that? Shakur. Ah. A black activist who had been living in Cuba. She is a step-aunt of Tupac Shakur. Okay. Loud and Proud, Kickin' Live, next, Poet Supreme, Lupa Bazooka. Where was it about the lyrics? I missed it. I missed it. There's a part talking about how, yeah, you like the music, but now you like the lyrics. Shit. Oh, you praise the music. This time they'll play the lyrics. Yeah, that's it right there. Good shit. Now let's keep going.
It's final on Black Final Soul. Rock and roll coming like a rhino. Tables turn, suckers burn to learn. They can't disable the power of my label. Def Jam tells you who I am. The enemy's public. They really give a damn. Strong Island, where I got a wildin'. That's the reason they claiming that I'm violent. Playing the role I got soul to. Voice my opinion with volume.
Nice, nice.
Not what I am. Cause I'm a man, no matter what the name. We're all the same pieces in one big chest.
Nice.
The voice of power is in a house. Go take a shower, boy. P-E-R-Q, not singular. We wear black wranglers. We're rap stranglers. You can't angle us. I know you're listening. I caught you pissing your pants. You're scared of dissing us. The crowd is missing us. We're on a mission, y'all. Yo, Chuck, yo, yeah, man. Yo,
I love that transition.
Terminator X.
I want to go up to the... I know you're listening. I caught you pissing your pants. You're scared of dissonance. Fucking verse 3 is long as shit. Long as shit. This guy's going off, man. Chuck D just lays it out there. Tables turn, suckers burn to learn. They can't disable the power of my label. Good shit right there. Strong Island, where I get my violin. That's why they're claiming that I'm violent. Never Silent, No Dope, Getting Dumb, Nope. Claiming where we got our rhythm from, #1. We hit, yeah, we give you some. Impeached President, that's what I wanted to see. Who was the president? Impeached President by the Honey Drippers was released in 1973 and addressed the controversies coming to a boil around then President Nixon, sure. In the 80s, late 80s, not only were the songs themes appropriate once again, but the track break was quickly becoming a favorite of sample-oriented producers. Ah, I see. I see. Who's... Oh, Reagan. Oh, sure, Reagan. Of course. Chuck wasn't the first to make the Reagan connection, which was appealing in part due to the Gipper's highly controversial Star Wars program. Right. I forgot about Star Wars. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm glad I read that. I forgot about Star Wars. That's why he starts talking about the lasers. Because I was like, why is he talking about lasers? I'm like a laser. I just won't graze you. Old enough to raise you, so this will phase you. Huh. I really liked this. Playing the role I got sold to. Voice my opinion with volume. I like that. No matter what the game, we're all the same pieces in one big chess game. Or what? No matter what the name. Good shit. Let's keep rolling.
You want some more, son? You want to get some? Bum rush the door of the store, pick up the album. You know the rhythm, the rhyme, plus the beat is designed so I can enter your mind, boys. Bring the noise, my time. Step aside for the flex, Terminator X.
Yeah, that's right. This jam is raining Cole Medina, boy. That's right, Cole Medina. That's right. We showing up in EFFECT, other known as Effect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy. Bring that back one more time. Bring that beat back, man. Bring the beat back. Y'all want to hear that beat, right?
Track 15 is called Prophets of Rage. Hank Shockley and Chuck D. This was one of the tracks, the titles when I was looking at some of these songs. Louder Than a Bomb, Black Steel and Hour Chaos. I was confusing that. I was thinking that was Rage, but that wasn't Rage that did that cover. That was Sepultura. Prophets of Rage. So here I'm really gonna see if I can see like the early, you know, the inspiration for Rage Against the Machine, the inspiration for Zach De La Rocha. Like I wonder where the song lands in that realm of musical continuum, I suppose. Track 15, Prophets of Rage.
You're quite hostile.
I got a right to be hostile, man. My people been persecuted.
The fucking drum beats are great.
With vice, I hold the mic device. With force, I keep it away, of course. And I'm keeping you from sleeping. And on the stage, I rage and I'm rolling. And to the poor, I pour it on the metaphors. I'm not bluffing, there's nothing that we ain't did before. We played your stage, the points made you consider it done by the prophets of rage. What the people say?
Yo, Grip, you and S1W, get to the east side.
Again, another great transition there.
Roll with the punches so I survive. Try to rock cause it keeps the crowd alive. I'm not ballin', I'm just calling. But I'm past the days of yes y'allin'. I wiggle round, I pump, you jump up. Hear my words, my verbs again.
I've
been around a while, you can't describe my sound. Clear the way for the prophets of rage. What the people say?
Hey yo, Grip, we got to get to my man
God,
in the south. Let's kick it to the south side, G.
Get a little stupid. Let's see if I can find early. You know, with the Vice, I hold the mic device. With Force, keep it away. I'm on a stage. I rage and I'm rolling. To the poor, I pour in on the metaphors. I'm not bluffing. It's nothing that we did before. Prophets of Rage. I roll with the punches, so I survive. I try to rock because it keeps the crowd alive. I'm not balling, I'm just calling. But I'm past the days of yes, y'allin'. I like that too. Hear my words, my verbs, and get juiced up. I've been around a while. You can't describe my sound. I want to say there are little bits, but really all it is I'm just picturing this being an inspiration for another artist, you know? And it's cool. It's really neat when you can see those threads connect. You know, you can see how one group or artist inspires the next one, and then that one inspires the next one, and you just keeps going. It's very cool. It's important. It's so important. This is a great song. I love how we get into this like segue one and the scratching section and then ad libs. And I mean, it's just, the production's so great. I feel like they're having fun just playing, even though the song's called Prophets of Rage. Let's go ahead and finish it up.
Little you know, but very seldom I do party jam. I'm not a plan, I'm considered a man. I'm the recallable, God made it affordable. I say it, you play it back in your car, even portable.
Stereo, stereo.
Describes my scenario. Left or right, black or white. Black or white. Lies in the books that you're reading. It's knowledge of yourself that you're needing. I like best of your apostle, we have a reason why. To debate the hate, that's why we're born to die. Mandela, cell dweller, Thatcher, you can tell her. Clear the way for the prophet of rage. How will the people say? Okay, no more.
So right there, the way he said, clear the way, there's just little bit, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying Zach De La Rocha, like, you know, bit his style or anything like that, but there's just these little bits. If you listen to a lot of Rage Against the Machine and you listen to this album, you hear it, just those hints, those tastes, the very, very beginning of what would eventually become Rage Against the Machine. In terms of Zach, just Zach. You know, Tom Morello, hell of a guitarist. Man, that guy, I would love to know what he was inspired by and listen to that stuff too. But yeah, just the way he said that, clear the way. I can just, I can hear where it's coming from.
Yo, man. Yo, Jay. Hey, yo, G. Yo, get Chuck. Come on.
I love this. Get a little stupid. Fucking
You're quite hostile.
It's a great line. I call it plain insane, brothers causing me pain when a brother's a victim and the seller's a dweller in a cage. I mean, it's just lose-lose, right? One guy's addicted to crack and the other guy's in prison for selling it. Just lose-lose. Which, you know, that rolls you into the justice system, right? Oh, it's illegal to do this, illegal to do that. Okay, sure. But it seems like the law is being aimed at certain people, doesn't it? Man, it pisses me off so much that still pot is not legal federally. Still fucking unbelievable. It's you know, to me, it's like the political version of, I feel like the American medical industry will never find a cure for cancer because they won't make as much money. Curing cancer will be less profitable than treating cancer, so we'll just never find a cure for it. It's like the same fucking thing with pot. Oh, well, God, we won't make as much money if pot's legal, so it has to stay illegal. Our for-profit prisons will close down, and CIA and FBI and polices, they'll get budget cuts because, you know, pot's legal. That's terrible. We can't have that happen anymore. Party for your right to fight. That's got to be a playoff of Beastie Boys, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You gotta fight for your right to party. So I know a couple Beastie Boys tracks. I've never been a huge Beastie Boys fan. I would like to do, what is it, Polly's Boutique or License to Ill or something like that. I can't remember. There's a couple. I was never a huge fan. There's one song I really like, and that is Sabotage. And I think a lot of that song comes from the, you know, they got, is there a guitar in that one? I can't remember right now. I can't remember. But the fucking video is amazing. The video for Sabotage is fantastic. All right. Final track. Track 16. Party for Your Right to Fight. Chuck T and Hank Shockley. Play off of Beastie Boys track. Let's see how it sounds. Interesting sound. Totally different sound. So I noticed there's not a lot of listens on this. Totally different sound in terms of the production. And it's kind of blowing my mind that Chuck D and Flavor Flav are going at the same time. It's kind of blowing my mind. So I wonder if a lot of people just skip this one. It seems that way. Let's keep going though. Huh.
Party for your right to fight. Party for your right to fight.
Trippy.
The government will not protect us or defend us or find those who have brutalized us and made us the victims for the past 400 years. Then it is time for us to do whatever is necessary to defend ourselves.
I should say that this isn't really clicking with me that well, but I do want to talk about just the title and the concept, Party for Your Right to Fight, because obviously the other track, you know, Fight for Your Right to Party, arguing with mom about, you know, not going to school and all this other shit, and just all the different things that are preventing young people from going out and just having fun, right? But of course, Public Enemy is going to flip it and go the other way and go, no, don't do that shit. That's a distraction. You've got to party for your right to fight, as in celebrate the fact that you can go out and fight back against what's going on, rather than, you know, not having that ability to do so. And especially when you throw that into Channel Zero, you know, the idea of somebody just surfing channels trying to find something that they want to watch, rather than kind of, you know, going out and maybe doing something else. Or although the song, they just want to watch sports. So a little bit of hypocrisy there, right? Like, why is watching soap opera so bad when all you do is watch sports? It's the same fucking element of distraction, right? All right, let's finish this one up. There's only about a minute and a half left. The vocals at the same time is really not working for me. Huh. Yeah, that's skippable for me. I do like, it's not written in the lyrics here on Genius, but there's that little bit that says, don't give up the fight. You know, and I was thinking too, the vocals at the same time, I wonder if they were just trying to do what Beastie Boys did. Because on that track, you know, Fight for Your Right to Party, they're all screaming it at the same time and it works. But this, it just doesn't work. They're not perfectly in time with each other. It feels like Flavor was like slightly behind a little bit, behind Chuck D. It just doesn't really work that well. That's okay. I do like that the final like lyric, you know, not counting these interludes and stuff, is that it takes a nation of millions to hold us back. It's a proven fact. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back. To those that disagree, it causes static for the original black Asiatic man, cream of the earth, and was here first, and some devils prevent this from being known. But you check out the books they own, even Masons, Freemasons, they know it, but refuse to show it. Good shit, man. Good shit. J. Edgar Hoover, he could have proved it to you. He had King and X set up. Also the party with Newton, Cleaver, and Seal. He ended, so get up. I don't know who that is. The FBI under Hoover, COINTELPRO program infiltrated the Black Party and other similar organizations to stir up trouble between them and discredit them. Huey Newton and Bobby Seale were founders of the Black Panthers. Oh, okay. I think I actually knew that, but I forgot. Cool track. I mean, it doesn't work in terms of sound, in my opinion, but cool track. Man. It's tough sometimes because every week I do an album and it's at some point somebody's, oh yeah, this is one of my favorite albums, right? Okay, cool. And sometimes I click with it, sometimes I don't. Like, so there were some people last week that were really hoping for me to get into DS2 by Future. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, you know, but there were people said, no, man, it's like literally my favorite album of all time. Okay, cool. You get into something like this, Public Enemy takes a nation of millions, and you start hearing about the praise, you know, oh, huge album, so important, you know, blah, blah, blah. And every now and then I wonder, like, oh, God, what if The hype is more than the album turns out to be. Because honestly, that's kind of happened with me and Outkast. I like Outkast. I think they're very good. But I think the amount of praise that I've seen for Outkast, so much hype for Outkast, at times it's almost left me, I don't want to say disappointed, but maybe just like, oh, like I was expecting a little bit more because they get so much praise. So the Outkast experience has been a little interesting for me. I like Outkast. Don't get me wrong. I really like Outkast. They're great. But some people, when they talk about Outkast, it's like, oh, Jesus. Anyway, all of that to finally get to this album and just hear it. Oh, fuck, this is incredible. And for this to be an 88 is even incredible. You know, it sounds from the 80s, whatever. The production's fucking phenomenal. Terminator X is brilliant. Their production crew, who is, God, I keep wanting to say Organized Noise. And I think it's because, I know why. There's two versions of this album. And one of them says it's the deluxe edition, and it's like it's more tracks without the noise. And so that's why I keep thinking Organized Noise. But this is, what's the name? And now, of course, every fucking tab I go to doesn't have The Bomb Squad. Thank you. The Bomb Squad. This is good shit, man. Night of the Living Baseheads was amazing. I can't remember now why it was amazing, but it was amazing. The whole back, like the interlude, the Security of the First World, you know, track 13, cool beat, but I think they just threw it in there because they wanted to use it. It seems like they put these interludes in here like little breaks. You know, track 6, track 9, track 13, just little breaks, little breathers. Maybe it's just to kind of let the mind relax a little bit. Maybe they felt like it was so much all at once that we just need a couple minutes to chill. Maybe. Or maybe they're trying to break the album up into specific sections for different topics. I don't know. But honestly, the whole back half of the album is incredible. Like, and if you clip out Security of the First World, not that I have a problem with that, but if you took that out and you took out Party for Your Right to Fight, the album is phenomenal on the back half. Every single fucking track. Louder Than a Bomb, Can We Get a Witness, Show 'Em What You Got, She Watched Channel Zero, Night of Living Basehead, Steal an Hour of Chaos, Rebel Without a Pause, Prophets of Rage. All incredible songs. Incredible songs. Oh, man. That was... I'm just relieved. I mean, I enjoyed listening to the album thoroughly, but I'm just relieved that all this praise, it led up to it. So that's nice. That's nice when that happens. Sometimes I go, ooh, because it makes me wonder too also, right? Like, and I'm sure we've all heard this. We've all had this experience of you hear about some album comes out and just everyone's go, oh my God, it's so fucking good. It's amazing, you guys. Oh my God. Right. Everywhere you go, Twitter, fucking Reddit, everywhere. It's just YouTube video. Like everyone's just, oh my God. Okay. I gotta listen. And you put it on and you're like, is this did I put the right one on? This one? This is the one you guys are into? Really? Really? So that did not happen this morning, thankfully. It is the 23rd. It is the eve before Christmas Eve before Christmas. Anyway, I will not have another video until after Christmas. For anyone out there who is going to travel, please be safe. I hope you guys have a good Christmas. For those of you who do not like Christmas, I kind of feel you. Honestly, I've never been a fan of Christmas. My wife is doing a good job slowly, year after year, of warming me up to it. But I never really was a fan of Christmas. And I know there are people out there who, you know, have a hard time with Christmas during the holidays. I recommend some Public Enemy. I recommend music in general. Music has always been the thing that helped me for years and years and years just deal with shit. And so for those of you who struggle during this time, if it's harder, just find your love, your music, and put it on and just be with that as well as you can. It's not going to cure it. I don't have any idea that, you know, what I'm saying is going to cure the problem, but hopefully it just makes it a little easier, you know, makes it a little easier. God damn, that was fucking phenomenal. All right. We'll see you guys.